Hi, Katie. I'm Kristen.
Hi.
I'm going to be your physical therapist today.
Nice to meet you.
So I see here that you've been referred to physical therapy for some pain in your forehead and kind of in the back of your head right here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever been to physical therapy before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, perfect. So the way this is going to work is here in this first part, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, get to know you a little better, and then we'll move into you letting me know what exactly is going on with your pain, and then we'll do some tests and measures to see if we can figure out exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to verify some information first. Can you give me your age, please?
I'm 58.
58, okay. So tell me, Katie, what do you do for a living?
I'm a professor part-time at a community college.
Oh, awesome. How long have you been doing that?
Like 12 years.
Okay, super cool. And so what does a typical day look like for you at your job?
So when I'm working, I'm there about 6 hours a day. So
Okay.
teaching or like doing office hours. So when I'm teaching, I'm moving around a lot, walking around, but when I'm in my office, I'm usually sitting.
Okay. And so is that all week long that you work?
No, I only work at the school 2 days a week.
Okay.
The rest of the time, I'm usually working from home. I have to like prepare my lectures and
Okay.
my notes and things like that. So I'm usually just in my home office.
Awesome. Okay. So your job as a professor, is that all that you're working as right now?
I also teach spin class.
Oh, super cool. How long have you
Yeah.
been doing that?
Just a couple years. I just got into it. So
That's so cool. That's
It's really
awesome.
fun. I enjoy it a lot.
That's really cool. How often do you do that?
I do that 3 days a week.
Okay, wow. That's really cool. All right, so besides spin class, do you do anything else for exercise or hobbies?
I am actually in an astronomy club.
Wow, that sounds
So
fun.
I really enjoy just looking at the stars.
Yeah, that's really cool. That
Yeah.
sounds like it'd be really peaceful.
It is. It's very relaxing.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. So we have spin class and an astronomy club. All right. All right. So can you go ahead and describe to me a little bit more what exactly you're feeling in your head?
Yeah. So in my head, my headaches are like dull, but then every once in a while there's like a sharp pain,
Okay.
and
And where exactly are you feeling that?
it's on my right side,
Okay.
kind of like my temple area, like
Okay.
right here.
All right. And where else have you been feeling pain?
I also have like this achy feeling, kind of in the back of my neck,
Okay.
like almost like right at the base of my skull, and then on the back of my head.
So I kind of drew this picture here. Is that kind of a good representation of where you're feeling your pain?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to ask you a couple questions just regarding specific points of pain. So
Okay.
thinking just about the pain that's here on the right side here in the front of your temple. If you had to rate that on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being no pain at all, 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt, what number would you give it right now?
Right now I'm like a 1.
A 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how about at its very worst?
When my headaches get pretty bad, I would say like a 5.
Okay. And at its best?
Well, sometimes I don't have a headache, so it's down to 0.
Okay. So this pain right here isn't always there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
So
more
kinda
gets
comes and goes?
Yeah, it comes and goes, and then it gets worse like whenever my neck starts hurting worse.
Okay. All right. So this is the pain that comes on first for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now thinking just about this pain in the back, if you had to use that same scale, 0 to 10, what pain number would you give it right now?
About a 3.
A 3? Okay. And what about at its worst?
It gets up to like a 7 probably.
Okay. And at its very best?
About a 1.
Okay. So that pain is something that you're feeling constantly?
Yeah, it's like always there.
Okay. And you mentioned that as this pain gets worse, this pain kind of comes on. Is that kind of how you've been experiencing it?
Yeah, it's usually like if this gets more intense, then I start noticing like my headaches coming on,
Okay.
and then they just kind of like come and go.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can get to the bottom of what's causing this. Can you tell me a couple of things that cause that pain to really flare up, really aggravate that pain?
Yeah, so when I'm teaching my spin class, I have to be, like in the front of all my clients, like at the front of the class. And so I'm trying to like keep my head up looking at them while I'm instructing, and that just really bothers it.
All right. And is there anything that you do to relieve that pain?
I mean, I just like get out of that position as much as I can, and then just looking down helps. Or,
right, I'm sure that's hard during spin class.
Yeah, obviously I can't do that when I'm teaching a class, so that's hard.
I definitely understand that.
And then laying on my side can also sometimes help it feel better, or just like gently massaging it back there a little bit.
Okay, and how long does that usually take for that pain to go away once you've tried to do these different things?
Usually like 30 minutes.
Okay. Alrighty. And was there anything else that aggravated that pain?
I mean, looking up like during my anatomy club when we're like using our telescopes to look at the stars. So I'm like trying to look up.
Oh, okay.
At the sky.
Yeah.
That's hard. That hurts my neck.
That makes sense when you think about the fact that your neck is in the same position as it is when you're in spin class.
That's true. I didn't really think about that. And then, just really like holding that position for any long period of time, more than a couple minutes.
Okay. And so as far as stargazing, things like that, do you use the same techniques to kind of make that go away?
Pretty much the same thing. It's just massaging it or laying down.
Getting your head in
putting my head
position.
down. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So now thinking about that pain kind of in the front of your head right here, can you tell me some things that aggravate that pain?
It's pretty much the same, just because when my neck gets worse, that's when I start getting my headache.
Right.
So, I mean, anytime I'm looking up for more than like 5 minutes, I feel like my neck gets worse, and then usually I end up having a headache and that pain afterwards. So
do you typically use those same techniques the way you do before? Does
that
generally help with this pain as well?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, awesome. All right. So now can you tell me a little bit about how this pain acts throughout the day? So I want you to think about what it feels like in the morning when you wake up, and then kind of as the day progresses. Can you describe that for me?
Yeah, so in the morning I'm usually fine. Like I usually don't have very much pain. As I go throughout the day, it definitely gets worse. Just like while I'm working and teaching my classes.
Okay.
And then usually like at the end of the day, I like still have a headache from like my neck just getting worse throughout the day. So at night I usually have the headache as well.
Okay. Have you had any trouble sleeping at all?
No, usually once I get to sleep, I'm fine.
Okay. That's a good sign that you're able to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through this medical history form that you filled out. Thank you for taking the time to do that. I know it can be kind of tedious sometimes. So from the looks of things, it looks like everything's pretty normal. Do you have any family history of cancer or high blood pressure or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. Have you had any, have you noticed any changes in your bowel movements lately? No? Have you had any pain with coughing or sneezing?
No.
Okay. And with these headaches, have you noticed any difference in your vision? Have you noticed that it's been difficult for you?
No.
Okay. All right. Looks good. Okay. I do see here that you've been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder. And how are you and your doctor managing that?
I've been managing it for a while with medication, so it doesn't usually affect me at all with getting things done. It doesn't really have a big impact on my life.
Okay, perfect. All right. And so have you had any imaging done? So any x-rays or MRIs or anything like that done for this pain that you've been experiencing?
Yeah, I got an x-ray when I went to the doctor about 4 days ago, but it came back negative. They didn't say there was any breaks or anything.
All right, sounds good. And on top of that, have you been taking any medication at all to help with the pain?
I take ibuprofen sometimes, when my pain gets really bad, but...
All right, do you know what the dosage is on that you've been taking?
I usually take 600 milligrams.
Okay.
Just kind of as needed.
Okay, perfect. All right, so now can you explain to me a little bit about how the pain started, when you first started experiencing this pain?
Sure. So it's been hurting on and off for a while.
Okay.
My neck has, but I've never had the headaches before. So that was like why I was kind of getting worried. So I spent an extra long time stargazing a few weeks back.
Okay.
And it's been worse ever since. And I've had the headaches since then, or the headaches coming and going ever since that, like 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
I don't really, nothing really else happens with my neck specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always gotten worse anytime I'm trying to look up and do that movement. But there was no like big, injury or anything like that.
All right. So just to make sure that I have this right, so your neck's been hurting on and off for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Headaches are new, and you noticed that it started to worsen after a full night of stargazing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay, so have you had any history of neck pain or headaches before this onset of pain?
No, I've never had anything like this before.
All right. Okay, so I think that based on what we have so far, we're getting a little bit closer to finding out what exactly it is that we need to be working on with you.
Okay.
So the next part of this exam, I'm going to be doing some tests and measures, and then we're just going to take some measurements, do a couple tests to see if we can really figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And at the end of that, I'm going to give you some home exercises to take home, so you can work on those on your own. How would you prefer that I give those to you? Do you want me to demonstrate them for you, or do you want written out instructions? What way will you learn best?
I'm like a physical learner, so probably just doing them.
Okay.
So yeah, just like show me how to do them here, and then maybe just give me a handout or something to take home to remind me.
We can definitely go through those with you here in the clinic. That way you can understand exactly what you're needing to do.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. And so tell me, Katie, what exactly are your goals for physical therapy? What would you like to get out of your time here?
I mean, I just really want to be able to move my neck normally again, just so I can kind of get back to the things I normally do. Teaching my spin class, those are usually an hour long. Mm-hmm. So I, would love to be able to just do that without any pain.
All right, perfect. Well, we definitely understand that these are things that are important to you, and we really want to help you get back there. So We're going to do everything that we can to get you to working and stargazing pain-free, okay?
That sounds great.
All right, great. All righty, well, it looks like for this first part, we're pretty much done. So just give me just a few minutes, and we'll go ahead and get started with the next part of the exam.
Okay, great.
All right, thanks. Okay, Katie, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of tests and take a couple of quick measures.
Okay.
And so before we begin, I want you to let me know what exactly is your pain at right now? Think back to that scale that I gave you.
So my neck is probably like a 2, and then I do have a little bit of a headache, so like a 1.
Okay. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to be looking at your posture. So if you could stand up for me and take off your shoes, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want you to just stand facing me, just how you would normally stand. Can you also take your shirt off if you don't mind? Mm-hmm. Stand like you normally would. All right, now go ahead and face that wall for me. Okay. Now face that back wall. Perfect. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you walk down to just the edge of that table right there and then back towards me.
Okay.
Just walk at a normal pace like you normally would. Okay. Perfect. All right. So now I'm going to have you stand up against this table. And we're going to be checking for balance. So the first thing that I'm going to have you do is you can kind of get up against this table if you feel like you're going to need to hang on to it. Try not to depend on it too much, but it's there if you need it.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to have you do is just lift your left leg off the floor. Just like that. Hold it there. Okay, perfect. Now let's try that opposite leg. 28, 29, 30. Okay, now I'm going to have you walk towards me, and I want you to walk with your heel to your toe, heel to toe, just like that.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to have you do is we want to make sure that the pain that's happening up here in your head and neck, that it's not coming from anywhere else, like your shoulder or your upper back or your lower back.
Okay.
So what I'm going to have you do is I want you to reach down and touch your toes for me.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and come back up. How'd that feel?
That felt fine.
Okay, perfect. So for this next one, I'm going to have you do the same thing, and I'm going to provide a little bit of pressure at the end.
Okay.
And I want you to let me know how that feels.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and bend over. All right, just a slight bit of pressure. Okay, now come up. How'd that feel?
Felt fine.
Okay, perfect. So for this next one, what I'm going to have you do is I want you to put your hands just like this.
Okay.
And extend back just like that. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to do the same exact thing, provide a little bit of overpressure.
Okay.
And I want you to let me know how that feels. Okay. All right, how is that?
Yeah, it felt fine.
Okay, perfect. The next thing I'm going to have you do is I want you to run your arm down your leg just like that. Okay, now go ahead and come back up. How'd that feel?
Good.
Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing again. Go ahead and run your arm down that leg. All right, a little bit of pressure. Perfect. How was that?
Felt good.
All right, so now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Go ahead and run your arm down your leg. How'd that feel?
Good.
All right, same thing. And a little bit of pressure. Good. How was that?
Yeah, that was fine.
Okay, perfect. All right, so for these next ones, you can go ahead and put your shirt back on.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and sit down on the table for me. All right, so for this next test, what I want you to do is I want you to put your elbows on your knees just like this.
Okay.
Kind of tuck your head. Okay, now go ahead and come up. How'd that feel?
That felt okay.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to do the same thing as last time. I'm going to provide a little bit of pressure.
Okay.
And I want you to let me know how that feels, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just a little bit of pressure through here. Perfect. Go ahead and come back up. How'd that feel?
Yeah, felt good.
All right, awesome. So the next one, I want you to clasp your hands behind your head just like this. And I want you to look up towards the ceiling for me. All right, go ahead and come back out. How'd that feel?
It felt okay.
All right, so same thing, just a little bit of pressure. Go ahead and look up towards the ceiling again. All right. Good. How'd that feel?
Yeah, it was okay. Just a little bit of pain in my neck from looking up.
Okay. But the pain was in your neck. You didn't feel it any lower?
No, yeah, just that same pain in my neck.
Okay. All right. Now lastly, we're going to make sure that it's not coming from your shoulders. So for this first one, I want you to reach your arm up just like this. Okay. Now go ahead and bring it back down. All right. Go ahead and bring it back up for me. Just a little bit of pressure there. How was that?
Felt fine.
Okay. Same thing on this side. Go ahead and go once on your own. Perfect. Now bring it back up for me. A little bit of pressure. Any pain there?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So now what I'm going to have you do is bring your arm behind your back just like this.
Okay.
And bring it back out. How did that feel?
That felt fine.
Okay. Now back behind your back again. Slight pressure. How was that?
Yeah, that was fine.
Okay, and we're going to do the same exact thing on the right side.
Okay.
So go ahead on your own. Perfect. Now one more time. Just a tiny bit of pressure. What was that?
Yeah, that was fine.
All right, perfect. now we're going to be looking at the movement in your neck.
Okay.
We want to see how things are moving there. So for this first one, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you lie down and go ahead and lie with your head on that side of the table. I'm going to raise you up just a little bit. So for these first couple of motions, I'm going to hold your head in my hand just like this.
Okay.
Just kind of relax into my hand. Move this table down just slightly. Don't worry, I have it on my legs.
Okay, good.
All right, so I'm going to bring your head back. Let me know if you have any pain at all with this, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that kind of
Right
hurts.
there? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm going to bring it up so that your chin goes towards your chest. How's that?
I just feel like it's like pulling a little bit, like stretching out
Okay.
the muscles maybe.
All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate your head to the right.
Yeah, that hurt a little bit. Made my pain a little bit worse.
And where are you feeling that pain?
On the back of my neck, like right at the base of my skull.
Okay. Let's try this left side. How's that?
That felt okay. Yeah, there was no pain with that one.
Okay, perfect. All right, go ahead and relax. Okay. Okay, so for these next tests, I'm going to have you sit up on the table for me.
Okay.
Give me just a second. I'm going to go grab a tool for us to measure.
Okay.
Go ahead and come back out for me. Okay, so try to remember where I told you to stop right there.
Okay.
That's where I'm going to want you to stop once I place these on you. Okay, go ahead and bend forward. Okay. And how did that feel?
That was fine. No pain or anything.
So now we're going to do the same exact thing, but we're going to be going in the opposite direction.
Okay.
So first I'm going to have you go through that motion on your own. So go ahead and look up towards the ceiling for me. Okay, about there.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and come out of that. How'd that feel?
Just stiff and it hurts.
Okay. Let's go ahead, if you don't mind, do that one more time for me. That way we can get the exact measurement.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and go back for me. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is I'm going to check to see how well you can rotate your head side to side.
Okay.
So if you can just scoot back on the table towards me. All right, perfect. So what I'm going to have you do is I want you to just turn your head to that wall right over there so that your chin comes over your shoulder as far as you can. Okay, good. Now come back to center. Perfect. So we're going to do that on the right side and then we'll do it on the left, okay?
Okay.
So go ahead and turn to the right side for me. Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right, now let's see you turn to the left. Okay, go ahead and come back to center. Now let's do that one more time. All right, perfect. How did that feel to rotate your neck side to side?
Going to the left was fine. That didn't hurt at all. But then when I went this way, it hurt like when I got at the end of rotating.
Okay.
And it's just still like right there, like at the top of my neck, kind of right at the base of my skull.
Okay. And so I didn't ask you this before, but have you been experiencing any numbness or tingling down your arm or into your extremities at all?
No numbness.
Okay. All right. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of tests so that we can have a better idea of what's going on. So for this first one, I'm going to have you lie down on your back for me.
Okay.
Okay, look inside your room. Okay, so what we're going to be doing right now is testing the strength of these muscles in the front of your neck right here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you kind of tuck your chin a little bit and lift your head up off the table.
Okay.
And we want you to hold it there for as long as you can.
Okay.
Just a second. Okay, so I can kind of help you get to that position to make sure that you're in the right spot. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and roll forward, tuck your chin, roll forward just like that, and hold that there. 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, perfect. How did that feel?
That was tiring.
Tiring? And where were you feeling it most?
Like on these front muscles right here.
Okay. Did you have any pain at all in the back of your neck or your head?
Not too bad, no.
Okay. All right, so the next one that I'm going to have you do is go ahead and sit up on the table for me. Okay, so I want you to bring your ear towards your shoulder for me. Let's start with the right side.
Okay.
Go ahead and come back out of that. How did that feel?
I mean, it hurt a little bit, but...
Okay. And so I'm going to have you go into that position one more time, and I'm going to provide a little bit of pressure. I want you to pay attention to exactly how you're feeling. How was that?
I mean, it felt okay. It didn't, like, increase my pain or anything.
Okay. Now let's do that same thing to the left side. Okay, and come back out of it. All right, one more time with just a little bit of pressure. Okay, how'd that feel?
Yeah, it felt fine.
Okay. Okay. So now we're going to do a couple of tests to test the strength of your muscles in your neck.
Okay.
So this first one, I'm going to have you look towards me right here. Okay. Perfect. Now I want you to hold your head here. Don't let me push you, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Hold, hold, hold. Perfect. Now let's do this opposite side. Same thing. Hold, hold, hold. Good. Okay, now I'm going to have you tuck your chin towards your chest the same way we did before. Don't let me push you out. Ready? Hold, hold, hold. Perfect. Okay, so for this next muscle test, I want you to lie on your stomach for me.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want you to bring your head up to meet my hand. Just like that. Okay, and don't let me push you down. Ready? Okay. Now go ahead and come up.
That one hurt.
Okay. And where exactly did you feel that pain?
Just right back here.
Okay. And have you been feeling your headache at all?
It stayed pretty much the same throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
So it's still like a 1.
Okay, so for this next portion of the exam, I'm just going to kind of be pressing on a couple of your muscles and just, so we call it palpation. That's basically just kind of when we move around your muscles and see if there's any pain or any discomfort when we press on them.
Okay.
So if you'll go ahead and take your shirt off for me one more time. Okay, go ahead and lie on your stomach for me. Alright, so if you feel any pain at all, I want you to just kind of wiggle your fingers. I know it's a little bit hard to communicate in this position.
Okay.
So what I'm going to be doing is just kind of just pressing on your muscles just like this to see if you have any pain at all. And I'm also going to be pressing on the spinous processes of your vertebrae just to see if there's any tenderness there. Okay, so just let me know if you have any pain at all.
Ooh, yeah, that hurts.
Okay. How about this one? Does that hurt to press on that?
A little, but not as bad.
Okay. All right, Katie, you can go ahead and sit up and put your shirt back on.
Thank you.
All right, so after all of those tests and measures, how are you feeling? How is your pain feeling?
My pain is like a 4 now.
Okay.
I just feel like a couple of those things pressing back there. Woo, that really got it.
Yeah.
My headache's a little worse, maybe like a 2.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that it got worse. We're hoping that by loosening up these joints back here, that's going to help us to figure out what's going on with your headache and hopefully take it away completely.
I hope so.
All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to do our first set of treatment. So we're going to get back into that same position. You can keep your shirt on for this. And basically what I'm going to be doing is just providing a little bit of pressure in the back of your neck right here, kind of where you said it was bothering you before. I know that it might be a little bit uncomfortable right now, but the goal is for us to open up the space in between those joints and hopefully release some pressure, some tension that might be contributing to your headache. So it won't be anything too intense. And again, I want you to let me know if you feel any pain at all. And that's definitely not what we're going for. So, but like I said, we think that this treatment's really going to help you. So let's go ahead and get you lying down again.
Okay.
Use that same system of just wiggle your fingers if you're feeling any discomfort, okay?
Okay.
So we're just going to give you just a quick rest, and then we're going to do that 2 more times.
Okay.
Okay. 30 seconds, and 30. right, Katie, you can go ahead and sit up for me. All right, tell me, how's your neck feeling after that treatment?
Well, it hurt a little bit while you were pressing on it, but now it kind of feels a little bit better.
Okay, awesome. That's great to hear. What we're going to do next is we're going to go back to a couple of those movements that we did before and see if you're moving any better at all, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to do that same thing that we started with, so just bring your chin to your chest just like this. All right, how does that feel?
It still feels fine.
Okay, go ahead and come back out. Now let's turn your head over to the right side. All right, go ahead and come back. How's that?
I felt like I could move a little bit more, actually.
Okay, awesome. Now let's try to the left side. Okay.
That one feels fine.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and do that same one where you're going to bring your chin up towards the ceiling.
Okay.
Look up towards the ceiling.
Oh, I can go farther, I think.
Do you?
And it feels like it.
Okay, and how's it feeling?
It feels a little looser,
Okay.
like not as stiff.
Okay, awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and measure again just to see if we've made any improvements just today. Okay. So same thing as last time. Just going to put these little tools on you. Okay, go ahead and look up towards the ceiling for me. Wow, much more than last time. Go ahead and come out of it.
Awesome.
How is that feeling?
Yeah, it feels better.
Okay, perfect.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we seem to gain lots of motion just in this first treatment, so that's really good news.
Good.
That kind of gives us a lot of hope that in these next couple of treatments, these next couple of times that I see you, that we're going to be able to get you a lot better. So,
Great.
okay, Katie, so the exercise that I'm going to send you home with is just a very easy little rotational exercise that I want you to work on.
Okay.
And we're hoping that by opening up that area, it's going to help reinforce the treatment that we did earlier today and
Okay.
really get those symptoms to calm down. So what I'm going to have you do is I'll kind of show you before I have you do it. So you're going to be rotating to your sides. So what I want you to do is just take this pillow cover just like this, kind of cross your arms like this, and you're going to hold this one in place while you use this arm to pull on the pillowcase back just like this.
Okay.
And that's going to help you with your rotation, okay?
All right.
All right, so let's try that. Like this. Just like that.
It's definitely stretching.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and come out of that. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to do that for about 30 seconds, just on and off like that.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and do it to both sides.
Okay.
And let's do that about 3 times a day.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. So
Awesome.
basically just kind of a wrap up of what we've seen today is, so you have this pain here kind of in the back of your head, neck area, and it's kind of causing this this pain here in the front of your head. And so basically what we've seen based on the tests that we've done and the measures that we've done is that probably due to a lot of the activities that you participate in. So if you think about your cycling class and your stargazing activities, so it's a lot of this extension movement of your neck. So what can happen sometimes is putting your neck in that position for too long can cause these joints in the back of your neck to kind of come together more than they're supposed to, and that can cause irritation and tension in that area, which can be kind of referring or causing this this headache in the front of your head right here. So our hope is that by doing some more of these mobilizations, is what we call them, so kind of getting the joints moving a little better, and of course some more exercises that we're going to do, our hope is that doing all of this is going to loosen up that area and also be able to decrease the headaches that you're experiencing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That sounds
so
great.
Other than that, did you have any questions for me?
No, I mean, I'm ready to get better.
Okay, perfect. Well then, like I said, we're going to keep doing exactly what we did today, especially since you're feeling a little better, and of course we'll incorporate some other treatments, some other exercises, and we really think that we can get you better. I want to see you, let's say, 2 times for the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Do you think that you can make that work with your schedule?
Yeah, I mean, I'll make it work. I definitely want to get this feeling better, so I'll be here.
All right, well then if you'll just head up to the front desk, we can go ahead and get you scheduled for those next appointments.
Awesome.
All right, awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks so much.